Hi everyone, you're welcome to MG Apparel tutorial. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful underbust twist blouse using that manipulation and slash and spread method. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and like this video. So here we have our pattern drafted already. I'm using the Natalie Bray basic bodice pattern. Here we have the back pattern and we have the front. So I'll be keeping the back pattern away and I'll be working with the front pattern alone. So the first thing I'll be doing is to locate the underbust point. So I'll be measuring my shoulder to underbust. So the shoulder to underbust measurement I'm using is 14. So I'll measure from the nape of the neck to the underbust. I'll mark the 14 inch at this point. Then I will draw a straight horizontal line. So this is my underbust point. So the next thing I'll be doing is to eliminate the dart. So I'll be measuring what I have here. Here I have 0.75. I'm going to be putting that on the side of the blouse like this. Then I will connect to my bust line and to the hip. So we'll be cutting off these parts. So the next thing I'll be doing is to locate my neck depth. The neck depth I'll be using is 8 inch. So I'll be marking the 8 inch at this point. So I'll also be increasing my neck width, but before then I'll be closing up this dart and I'll transfer it to my bust line. So the next thing we'll be doing is to draw our neck width. So in doing that, I'm just going to be extending this neck width I already have by 1.5 inch. Then I'll be connecting it to the 8 inch neck depth. And for this underbust twist, the perfect neckline that goes with it is a V neckline. So I'm going to be connecting it like this using a straight line. So the next I'll be doing is to transfer the dart to 1 inch above the bust line so that the pattern can lay down properly. So I'll be drawing a straight line like this. Then after which I'll be cutting it open to where the dart starts from. So after cutting it open, this is what we have. As you can see, the pattern is laying well now. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to draw a straight line from the underbust to the waistline. After which we'll be cutting off to separate the upper part from the lower part. So this is going to be the lower part and we'll be cutting this part on fold. So we're going to be keeping this aside and work on the upper part. The next we'll be doing is to come down from the true bust line by 1.5 inch. Then we will connect to this point using a straight line. So we're going to be labeling our pattern. So here will be number 1. Then this part will be number 2. Then here will be number 3. So next thing I'll be doing is to cut this part open. So after cutting, we have this. Next thing I'll do is to cut the neckline. So the next thing we'll be doing is to slash, and in doing that we are going to be slashing it this way. So the number of slash you have on the lower part should be the same you will have at the upper part. So here we have 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to cut it open. So we're going to be cutting it this way, but first I'll be taking out this that I eliminated. So we'll be cutting it from this point to a very flexible point. We are not going to be cutting it out, but we'll be leaving a little space for the spreading. So after cutting it out like this, the next thing we'll be doing is to spread it on another paper. So we are going to be spreading it on this brown paper, and in doing that we are going to be taking the lower part to this point. We are going to be turning it this way like this. So I'm going to be repeating it again. So the next thing I'll be doing is to spread this on the brown paper, and in doing that you will ensure that this lower part is facing this upper part while this part here is facing this part. So you are going to be turning it this way, ensuring that the lower part meets the neck point like this. So I'm going to be spreading it now. So I'll use my masking tape to secure it at this point like this. I'll be spreading this part first. So I'm just using my tape to secure it. Then I'm going to be spreading the lower point like this. So the lower part will be at this point like this. So we are going to be taking it over to this point like this, because we are going to be folding it. Then we sew this part. After we open it, we want it to come back to normal. That is why we are turning it that way. Ensure that the lower part is the same with this point, while this point and this point are at the same point. So we'll be turning it over and we'll be spreading it like this. So this part and this part should be at the same point. I'll be securing it with my masking tape. I'll be spreading the other part also. The lower point also should be at the same point. So this last point should also be at the same point. You can use a ruler to make sure that they are both at the same point. So I'll be securing it with my masking tape like this. So after spreading, this is what we have. So the next thing I'll be doing is to draw the neckline like this. I'm going to be redrawing this point like this. So you should have something like this after spreading. Then for the lower part, you are just going to be making a slight curve at this point like this. So I'm just trying to secure the masking tip. So connect the remaining parts like this. So this is what it's going to look like after spreading. The next thing we are going to be doing is to cut out. So after cutting, this is what we will be having. The next thing we'll be doing is to cut on the fabric. So now we'll be learning how to sew the underbust twist we just drafted. Here I have the upper part of the blouse, and here I have 4 pieces. This part I cut 4 pieces because I'll be using 2 as the lining to turn the neck. And here we have the lower part, which is cut on fold. That's when folding,